What's up, everybody? Great Legs here, and I think we got to talk about this Charlie Kirk shooting, assassination. Not about the event itself, but about the reaction of people. And some of the most disgusting filth I have ever seen in my life. No matter what your political views, standpoints, or beliefs are, I don't care what your ideology is, what religion you are. I don't care about your gender, your sex, your gender, or your sexual orientation. That does not matter. What matters is this man was murdered in front of his wife and young children. Now, we could take some solace in the fact that they're so young that they won't remember what happened first person. But they have the forever memory and ability, which at some point in their youth, there's gonna be some kids that are gonna be assholes, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look, here's your dad getting shot," because people are dumb. I mean, look what grown ass adults are doing right now, celebrating the murder of this man. One dumb bitch promoting the murder of his fucking wife so their kids can go into the foster system and be raised appropriately according to this dumb cunt. I'm sorry, I'm really fucking angry. So, I'm going to use the terms that are associated with these people, sides, and all that. Not that I believe in any of this. I have voted Democrat, I have voted Republican, I have skipped voting altogether. I have voted for Trump once. I have not voted for Trump twice. I have voted for Obama once. I didn't vote for Obama once. I've been all over the place. I would have voted for Clinton second time around if I could have. Not so much the first time because I didn't really know who he was, but the second time around, absolutely I'd have voted for him. Our economy was booming. Didn't like the Brady bill and other things, but our economy was booming. I like that. So I'm more of like a traditional Democrat. Traditional Democrats don't support someone being assassinated and cheer it. That's not, the Democratic Party is not what it used to be. It's gone so far left that they are celebrating this man getting killed on national TV. Unconfirmed reports are that when his daughter, who by the way is 3 years old in August, was 3 years old when the shots rang out and all the people yelled, she went to go run for her dad for support and comfort. As a father of 3 daughters, I know what that hug and that feels like when your kids are scared and they come running to you. And I've seen the fear in their eyes in situations and understand how that little girl had to have felt. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So the party that is anti-fascist keeps calling the president a fascist and a Nazi, all this other crap, which does nothing but sow political discourse. But to call him a fascist, to call Charlie Kirk a racist and a neo-Nazi and a fascist is disingenuous. And the party that is anti-fascist supports the fascist behavior of censorship, supports the fascist behavior of eliminating a person that had a different ideological standpoint than you. Let's be clear. The assassination of Charlie Kirk is the purest form of non-political fascism there is. The elimination of someone with a different viewpoint or stamp that you do is fascism. And all these assholes that are supporting it, promoting it, celebrating it, making fucking dolls of it, shirts and all this other shit, I hope and pray, I don't pray, I'm not a religious person at all, but if there is a God, I hope each and every one of you chokes on your next fucking meal. I want you to get to the point to where you're just about to go and it clear up. I want that fear in your eyes, in your heart, and in your soul, so you second guess your life and go, oh my God, I'm gonna go. And interesting fact, there was a study done many years ago that led to the elimination of the guillotine beheadings, and it was done by involving a pair of brothers. And if I remember correctly, the way it worked is, one blink for yes, two blinks for no, to the guy who was getting his head lopped off, and his brain was still active, even though it had been severed from his body for a little while. Now, when you look at that, the body language of Charlie Kirk when he was hit with that round, his body froze up. That looked to me like massive neurological damage on impact, massive blood loss to the point to where his brain basically lost pressure, so lost its support. I think the neurological effect froze his body, and I hope to God I'm not right about this, but I hope to God that his brain was gone instantly, like he just checked out immediately. But I fear that he was still conscious and understanding what was going on, probably up until the point to where they got him in the vehicle. And I say that's a possibility because of this test that I was telling you about, where after the guy's head was removed, questions were asked to him. He was blinking appropriately with yes and no blinks, one blink, two blink kind of thing. I hope and pray, like I said, I'm not a religious person, but man, if there's a God, I hope that he took him right away. He didn't have to know what was happening to him and what was going down, and that fear that he'll never see his wife and kids again, because that is just I was on death's door pretty close a couple times over the past handful of years, at least what I felt like was close in that time. Blood clots, I'm in the hospital, blood clots in my leg, my brachial artery, which is the artery that feeds your lungs, all in my lungs, in my brain, and every time I get a headache or a migraine or a funny pain or a pitter-patter of the heart, because I've had a couple issues where I've passed out because my heart just slowed down to 30-ish beats a minute. That's an interesting fear, man. I'm telling you right now, it's a pretty messed up fear. So, but to celebrate, I'm sorry, I had to do this in my car. I'm coming home from work. I had to do this in my car because if I'm at the house, I'm so fucking pissed off right now. I need some time to be able to relax before I get back in the house, back around the family, because it's an emotional thing. We've been so desensitized with stuff, and part of that desensitizing is accountability. Free speech. What about the First Amendment? We can say what we want. We can celebrate them. You are absolutely 100% correct. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Say your dumbass shit all fucking day. Charlie Kirk let you. He didn't admonish you. He didn't berate you. He didn't insult you. He didn't celebrate harm to you or promote harm to anybody. In fact, he was attacked on multiple occasions. In multiple occasions, he turned the other cheek. He showed grace and poise. No, let him go. It's okay. It's okay. Turn, big smile. I'm sorry, what was your name again? My name is Mercury. Hi, nice to meet you. Well, meet you again. One of the most as far as I can tell, I've watched a lot of Charlie Kirk. I watch a lot of people. I watch a lot of the young Turks and Chank and Anna, and I watch a lot of Charlie Kirk. I don't believe in religion and the theology behind it all. I don't. To me, it's just stories to scare us as kids, like the boogeyman and you know, the kukui. It's not, to me. Religion is to scare kids, you know, and kind of try to explain things that people didn't understand. You know, how the animals get here? Oh, God made them. You know, how did we get here? God made us. You know, versus the Big Bang Theory that something happened out of nothing. Like, either way, neither one of them makes sense to me. That's just my beliefs, my opinion. I'm sorry if I offended you. But then again, that's my speech. That's my free speech, right? And if all 9,500 or whatever I have of you leave because of that, then that's the repercussion of that. Just like these fucking idiots getting their comeuppance for their speech. You're a teacher. You're a CEO, CFO. You're a firefighter. Lieutenant Schroeder, Toledo Fire Rescue Department. You're a city council member. Councilman Kilbane, Fairview Park, Ohio, which he resigned. He resigned yesterday, I believe, or the day before yesterday. Which I was going to make that hour-and-a-half trip to Fairview Park, Ohio, and confront him myself, because it's disgusting and despicable. Celebrating someone's elimination is horrendous. It's just absolute bullshit. And yeah, you have the First Amendment right to your free speech, but that is not without repercussion. And let me explain what I mean. Free speech is the prevention of the government from restricting your speech under certain situations. There are exceptions to this, like fighting words doctrine, Johnson v. Campbell. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. You've got, you can't. Johnson v. Campbell's fighting words, right? But you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. There's a lot of different aspects to free speech, which the government can't make you speak, which is like why at a city council meeting, you don't have to give your name and address. They can't compel you to speak if you don't want to. Just like, you know, you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. You probably should when dealing with law enforcement. Well, the government can't make you speak. They can't stop you from speaking. So over in England, they have these draconian laws that if you speak and someone is offended or they're hurt by what you say, you could get charged and arrested. And it's happening. People are getting arrested for speech. Excuse me. Having opposing views. I mean, that's governmental fascism. It is not fascism if your employer fires you because you're a fucking idiot and you went on social media and said, good shot, good aim. Man, today was a pain in the neck, but I lived, or I survived, or something like that. I mean, what kind of a monster are you? We want peace, like mostly peaceful protests when buildings are on fire. Federal buildings are being set ablaze, or trying to be set ablaze, with people inside them. That is not peace. Smashing windows out of the Capitol. That's not fucking peace. Attacking officers. I don't care where your stance is on police. I don't give a fuck. Attacking when you're not in a position of self-defense or defense of others is asinine behavior. Violence is not the answer. It's always an option. It's always an option. It's always out there. But it's not the answer in most situations. Even some self-defense based situations, it's not necessarily necessary. Is that a double negative? I don't know. When my 16-year-old daughter got punched in the face by a grown-ass woman October last year, which caused this, I had every right to beat the brakes off that bitch. But I didn't. I just snatched her up by her shirt and drove her away from my kid. I could have socked the fuck out of her, but I didn't. I ended up getting jumped by 4 people. Fought my way to the top. That video will be coming out once court's over. I actually have court in 4 hours for the person, one of the people that attacked me today. And then tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the 16th, I have court for another one. Both convicted crackheads, so, you know, apple tree kind of deal. But I could have. Not the answer. Someone says something you don't like, turn the fucking channel. Don't watch it. You don't have to watch it. You know, you can unfollow. You can, I don't want to see more like this. You don't want to give you that option. No, I don't. I don't like this. Fuck the algorithm, what it gives you. Just make the conscious effort not to watch it. I purposely don't watch several people because I don't like what they push. I don't like people that push a heavy Christian ideology, which is why, like, Charlie Kirk is the only one of those that I really watched. And that's not to put, you know, say anything against Ben Shapiro or Matt Walsh or Benny Johnson or any of them. It's because I grew up in the church. I was raised in the church. And I have my own opinions, views, and things that drove me away from that. And I still want nothing to do with it. The reason I watch Charlie Kirk is the way he communicates with people on a one-to-one level. Fascists wouldn't give people a platform to fucking speak. Come to them face-to-face, one-on-one, and fucking talk. Don't give a fuck how old you are, how young you are, what your beliefs are, what you call yourself, male, female. It doesn't fucking matter. They, them, it doesn't matter. He didn't care. He treated everybody equally, like they were a new friend that he was meeting. And that is what this world fucking needs. Not people like fucking Pelosi. Not. See, I don't want to be political. We don't need people promoting violence like Maxine Waters. Confront them. Get in their face. I mean, the left calling Trump a fascist and a Nazi, and his supporters fascists and Nazis, and deplorables like Hillary Clinton called them, which really turned me off the Democratic Party when that happened, is make your race, your presidential race, or your race for office about what you can do. Make it about you. Don't attack the other person, because it turns a lot of us that would otherwise vote off. And when you start pushing hate and getting upset when there's consequences like the retribution, that I firmly believe there's going to be a massive response from the right. And it's not right if it's a violent response at all. It's not. It's absolutely not. And I fear there may be a knee-jerk reaction and have some kind of measures about speech laws that would violate the First Amendment, would violate our constitutionally protected God-given rights. Again, not religious, but, you know, that's the way it's portrayed. Just to try to quell some of the violent hate rhetoric that's out there. Calling someone a Nazi, a fascist, which is akin to Hitler, which, again, would lead it to believe that Charlie Kirk wants the elimination of somebody, not necessarily the Jews, like Hitler, but the elimination of an opposing party, different ideology. And some people could take that as a call to arms. One person did take that as a call to arms against Charlie Kirk. And I'm just assuming that. Just like I'm assuming that 2 people took it as a call to arms against President Trump. One, there's a lot of questions behind all this stuff. I don't know the answers to this stuff. I don't pretend to know. But someone took a shot at Trump, one way or the other. And then there's another guy laying in wait at the golf course with the weapon, all the things that he would need, except proper camouflage and positioning, and the intelligence to pull it off. And that takes me back to that too. You know what? I had a conversation with someone very close, very near and dear to me. This person said, too bad he didn't have better aim. I'm going to take a shot at Trump. And I about lost my shit. Can you imagine what would have happened to this country if Trump would have actually been assassinated in Butler, Pennsylvania? I mean, holy fuck. We are on the tipping point. We are teetering dangerously close to a civil war. And it's not going to be fucking pretty. And it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to have a safe haven being in the north or the south, depending on where you're at. Oh, look, we can just hide out down here in, Brownsville, Texas, as far away as possible, or, the Florida Keys. We can just hide out in California with our like-minded people. No. Like, I am looking at 7 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses. And I know the political belief of 5 of them. And between the 6 of us, those 5 and myself, my house, my house is divided in itself. But between these 6 houses, it's like 50-50. So this isn't going to be north versus the south. It's going to be neighbor versus neighbor kind of shit. And when you have people spreading hate and eating it up, and the media pushing it, CNN and Fox, and pushing this shit, pushing the hate, like the left is pushing the hate a little bit more. And I am happy to say that there are several people on the left that have been pushing back, say, hey, whoa, this is some bullshit. Y'all can't be doing this. This is a peace-loving man, and what you're doing is unacceptable. But then you have garbage human beings out there that are just absolutely supporting this shit. It's all over TikTok and Twitter, whatever the fuck you call it, Facebook and Instagram. It's fucking Reddit. It's fucking everywhere. I am happy as fuck to see all these people getting fired. I got fired from my job at Microsoft because someone took the time and the energy to tell my boss about the bullshit I was spewing. Fuck you. The people with their green cards over here on a student visa, like, of all people to not say a fucking thing, those dumbasses shouldn't say a goddamn word. Oh, look, I'm going to say some dumb shit like, ha, 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 he deserved it, ha, ha, ha. It's a more peaceful place because this person's gone. Bitch, your shit's going to be gone. Do I support being kicked out of the country for some hateful rhetoric? No. I don't think that's right at all. I don't think a student that's over here, it's pushing pro-Palestinian beliefs, should have their student visa removed. I don't. Let them speak. We need to have opposing views. Opposing views are important to society. Conversation breeds thought. Thought and conversation breeds change. Whether it be for what you want or what I want or what the other person wants, someone may change your mind. Steven Crowder changed my mind. Charlie Kirk, hey, let's talk about it. Prove me wrong. Like, these are conversations that have to be had. And if you can't find a safe space to have them, if you're in an echo chamber of just what you want to hear, you're not going to grow as a person. Or the person that you could have interacted with is not going to grow as a person. You're just handcuffing your or their growth. It does no good to anybody, for anybody. It's fucking dumb. We got to do better. We got to do better. And if you don't like the fact that I'm calling this shit out, saying you're fucking trash, then fuck off. I don't care. I don't need you. I don't make enough money. This isn't my living. I don't fucking care. I really don't. You can go. There's the door. unfollow, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You want to send me a hate mail? Go ahead. I get death threats. I don't give a fuck. Send me more. GreatLakesAudits@gmail.com. Don't be a pussy-ass coward. You know who I am. You know my information. Put yours. If you want to have a conversation, want to have a phone call, want to talk about it, come on live, do just you and me one-on-one. Won't record it, just talk. Email me. I'll talk. I don't mind. We have to stop the hate. Because if not, dude, what's going to be left for our children? We are setting a terrible, terrible example for our kids. The hatred and suppression of someone's beliefs that you don't believe in is acceptable. There's a 3-year-old little girl, a 1-year-old little boy, a wife missing their dad and their husband, parents missing their child. He was an only child. Charlie Kirk was an only child. They have no kids. No more grandkids coming. That's it. The 2 they have, that's it. No more. I guarantee you at 31, Charlie wanted at least one more. I'm not saying I know for a fact, but I can pretty much say with certainty, based off his religious views and the way it seemed like he was with his family, that they would absolutely support another child and love to have another child. I'm just so fucking angry. I don't know. Our country's fucked. Our society's fucked. My kid's future's fucked.